look how small you used to be. And how noisy. When we found you, Smokey, you were only a few weeks old, all alone in the wild. You seemed so lost and so scared. You needed someone to take care of you. You needed us. So, we took you home to keep you safe until you could grow big enough to go back to the wild. But before you could go back to the wild, there were a few things you needed to learn. First up, how to use your hands. Your paws. We gave you tons of toys to keep your little raccoon claws busy. You were like, "What is this?" "What's that?" "Brr, that feels cold." Our little explorer. You were always on the search for something to pick up, which meant you were ready for your next lesson. How to forage. Foraging means looking for food in the wild. To help you with your foraging skills, we played hide and seek with your food. First, we hid food in cracks in the deck for you to find and pull out. When you got the hang of that, we put minnows in a bucket so you could practice fishing. At first, you were like, "What is happening?" Until you caught one. You were growing so fast. One day, you scrambled up the banister and slid all the way down. That's when we knew you were ready for the next step, learning how to climb. Wild raccoons don't climb decks, they climb trees. We took you to a tree, and up you climbed. You were fearless. Now there was only one thing left on the wild raccoon list: swimming. We took you down to the river so you could get used to the water. Then it was time for a dip. You were a little bit nervous at first. We would let you go, and you'd swim right back to us. You were like, "Dad, get me out of here." "Okay, if you won't, I'll do it myself." But after a few shaky swims, you got the hang of it.
You can swim just fine.
You were with us for only 3 months, and you'd grown up right before our eyes. Which meant it was time for you to go home. We took you back to the river where we'd practiced and said goodbye. Then we watched as you put your newfound skills to the test, foraging and climbing all around to find snacks and figure out the forest. At last, you were a wild raccoon again. We miss you a whole lot, but we know you will be the happiest raccoon anywhere. So long, Smokey. We love you, little one.
Dodo Kids.
Help the kittens find the subscribe button.